What's up, everybody? This is Joe from Support and Resistance Trading here, making a watch list for April 2nd of 2019. I've already come together and put some of the stuff in the watch list that I'm going to be watching for tomorrow, but some people had some questions about how do you actually find some of your stocks. So I made some scans in TD, Thinkorswim. I have a bunch. I have a standard scan, a high of day, low of day, percent scan, and standard scan, but pretty much it's just standard scan that I'm just searching the market. Minimum is shares of 500,000 volume to the max over 200 million, and then percent scan, and I kind of just scan and I look through stuff and make sure that it has enough volume. Obviously there's stuff in here about 1.4, and you can look at those, but I would really like it to have more. But I'm just trying to grab everything because maybe it's just on low volume because it's just not in the news. So that's just pretty much how I scan. So here's my high a day. I am, like you, if you don't know, I'm very short biased. So I like to pick stuff that's overextended. So let's go through what we're looking at today. So let's go over the plays from today. I was on my watch list this morning was Dish. On previous high volume, only 1.6 today, daily average of 2.3. So what I liked about this was it was gapping up or spiking up into the 200 day here. So I was watching it on the 5-minute chart, and here's the 5-minute chart. I was watching the 5-minute chart, and right here, let's zoom in a little bit more. We spiked up into this 33.2, and I was like, boom, we spiked up into this exact resistance, which was the previous day. So I shorted it right here at the break of, I believe it was the break of 33 bucks, and I was like, all right, we're gonna collapse. And the volume was just so poor. As you can see, the volume down here was just so little, and I kind of covered as it brought itself back up. I was really not liking the price action, so kind of pretty much took that for just some commissions. Another thing, what I did was in the afternoon, I was looking at DAL, which would be Delta Airlines. Shorted this as it failed to make higher high. It was making lower highs. So we spiked up and then retested, and then we started to come down. And I thought it would have been a really great short, so I shorted it off this 55.75 limit here. Shorted off 55.75, and I was talking through everybody in the chat room thinking it would break through, and it just couldn't get through this 55.50. Well, it decided to this afternoon a little bit more break through after a second retest, putting in kind of a double top here, and then fell back down. So we kind of held going into closing. I'm interested to see what this will do tomorrow. Will it continue up? What I would love for it to do is open right around, obviously, this 55.5 limit, spike up into yesterday. On volume, spike up, kind of hold around this 55.90, and we can just fade her off, and we have a huge gap to close here, as we collapse all the way back down to the 200. So there's a potential for a massive move. We kind of put in this, kind of this doji with a fat center part here. So we'll see what that ends up being. So I can delete Dish because this was from today's play. So I'm going to watch that tomorrow. MLCO was on my watch list today. It kind of just went up. It didn't follow anything that I was looking, so I kind of just put it away, and I'm just going to continue to watch it. It's really up high. It's up on, 1, 2, 3, 4 candles. So we're way over the EMAs, and they're just massive magnets, so it just depends on how much above it wants to get before we get a pullback. JD, also on the watch list. It did kind of sell off today. Wasn't really watching it because I was involved in Dish. So I like to be involved in one thing at once, and it sold off, but I'm still interested in it because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green days. Today's the first red day. It's a pretty big red day, kind of filling this gap, but interested to see if we continue to go back here to retest this 28.70 level. So we'll see with that. CVNA, which I believe is Carvana, also up again. Just super up here, and I'm just gonna watch it. I'm not sure, it's only first green day, not really gapping up, but we did get a nice 6.5% push today. Carvana expands its vehicle order and delivery service in 3 new California markets. Obviously that's good news for it, but we'll see if it holds it tomorrow or if it's just gonna kind of sell off back here. So We'll watch that. Win spiked up and just kept going, so I just left it alone. We got these two massive candles. I mean, all the way from what 123 to top of 136. So getting a nice, almost what 10% there in that last 2 days. So I'm just waiting for this thing to pull back. I'm just waiting. It doesn't need to pull back the day I'm watching it, but eventually it's going to pull back. People are going to take profits. It's going to hit a resistance point. Just when will that be? So I kind of mapped one out here. I thought this was like 138 area. If we look back at the previous chart, we could see it tap this twice. Previous minor resistance, not like it's hitting it 100 times, but it hit it. So I'm just gonna watch that there. And the last one was Facebook. I love these W pattern. So popped up here, kind of had a gap, so we pulled back. Got some support, spiked back up, couldn't break through, spiked back up again. So we're on the third time. So either these go or they fail, and I'm watching it on both sides. For once, I'm actually going to watch along. So 174, 175, I kind of mapped it out, and we'll see how the whole market does and see if this is going to push through this or is just going to fade back down again for the next day. So that's kind of what I'm watching. I go over to my scanners over here just to make sure, so people can understand why I'm not picking some of these other ones. Why are you not picking APU? APU was, I believe, some sort of acquisition or partnering. Yeah, partners up with UGI buyout. Don't touch that at all. AUDC, well, not enough volume really. Really needs to get over 1 million. I know I have the setting for 500,000, but I would love to see over 1 million. ASPR, again, same issue. Plus, also, it's really down to just getting a green day. VYGR spiking up, but again, 978,000, 624. We can keep going down this list. DAL's on my list. This TIGR, not really enough previous things for it to go. Plus, it's at $14, not really into that. Keep going down, keep going down. Dow, also brand new stock, not really involved with touching new stuff without previous support and resistance. TNDM, here's the daily, kind of choppy, came back down. It's kind of at an odd area. This would, spiking up, keeping this support level, not really my style. Win, another one that's on my list. Now, I do once in a while will touch the lower days. I know today we had some crazy news on WBA, which would be Walgreens, because they obviously missed earnings, which also brought down CVS, so we're gapping down here. I may throw this up there just to watch, see if they continue down or what it does. It sold off pre-market, and you can see over here, this is the 1 minute candles that I leave set up. I'll put it to the 5. We just kind of went horizontal in between these two limits. The volume was kind of flat, nothing really crazy. It did all that's move in pre-market. So will we continue down? Will we start to bring up that gap fill? I'll leave it on there. If nothing else happens, it'll give me something to watch throughout the day. So you don't have to trade every day. We don't have to be profitable every day. You just got to be profitable a couple of days of the week just to make some money. So don't think you got to be trading every day, guys. It's okay to sit in your hands or kind of have tight stops just to lock in some basic profit. You don't have to have home runs all the time. Just slowly grow that account. So if anybody has any questions, you can check us over. We're on the Discord chat. I would love for you to join. Support and resistance mob. If you write me a comment below or have any questions, just come on, join us. We're free. We're not pumping dumping stocks. We're just a bunch of guys discussing some simple strategies, and there's some really good information to be had in this group. If you're interested, we don't charge. Everything's free. So if you're interested, just comment below or send me a message, or just see if you can join on the Discord chat room. All right, so I will see you later, guys. Good luck trading, and thanks.